12. Are we running out of space? On all sides today, we hear a great deal of talk about overpopulation. Such talk is not new. Not long after World War II, some so-called experts predicted that, by 1975, overpopulation would lead to massive and worldwide famines. A book was published to set down these forecasts. Others predicted that, by the end of the century, or by 2020 at the latest, there would be standing room only. Is this true? The facts indicate that the world is really very much underpopulated and far from running out of space. Anyone travelling by air over any continent will see mostly empty spaces, some farmlands and here and there human settlements. In the United States, only 2% of all privately owned land is used for housing. Only 3% of all privately owned land is used for commercial, industrial and recreational development. Remember, much of our country, especially in the West, is federally owned. But this is not all. As more and more advances are made in farming and productivity increases, the amount of land needed for farming decreases. Many farms in New England and the East have reverted to woodlands, and many southern farms are now tree farms. The United States, on less and less land, not only feeds itself, but is a major source of food for the world. Old Russia, under the Tsars, was the breadbasket of Europe. Under the Soviet dictatorship, it became a major food buyer in the world market. Every decade, its food problems grew worse until there was a serious food shortage in the country. More than a generation ago, E. Parmalee Prentice's studies showed that there is a close correlation between freedom and productivity. A free country is a productive country. It uses space more wisely and it increases the utility and productivity of land and resources. We are definitely not running out of space. We are, however, showing signs of running out of common sense. When we create imaginary problems, we cannot deal with our real ones. Ancient Greece talked about overpopulation in its last days, and so too did the dying Roman Empire. In both cases, the problem was a tyrant state which blamed its problems on the people, not on itself. The idea of overpopulation is also a dangerously racist myth. If we say there are too many people, we will next say that there are too many people of some race or group we dislike. Such an assumption leads to ungodly and explosive social implications. We have seen in recent years abortions promoted among some minority groups. Such hatred is a threat to freedom and order. We have enough problems today without creating or promoting imaginary ones. Land economist and statistician Homer Hoyt said, "Even in our most densely developed urban areas, there is more land than we will ever be able to use for housing, shopping, and industrial development. It's time to junk imaginary problems and deal with the real ones."